Hello everyone, this is Goody giving you a shoutcast and game 3 in a series so far between Stephano and Goody. Game 3 taking place here on Shattered Temple, and so far in these matchups it's been the Stephano story. Stephano just easily being able to handle Goody every step of the way. We'll see if this changes this time around, or if Goody can try to come back into the series. Goody spawning as the purple Terran player over here at the 3 o'clock position. Meanwhile, we see Stephano as the pink Zerg here at the 9 o'clock position, as an Overlord will quickly scout out and find that it will be a full cross spawn here on Shattered Temple. Now, Goody may try to do a supply depot and then try to do that double Rax rush once more. The double Rax rush, if a Zerg player is not ready for it, can really spell doom early on. But a lot of Zerg players recently, even on the ladders, have figured out how to not only deal with that double Rax rush, but really come out ahead. So it really hasn't helped out many Terran players. I know when during the early portion of the game that a lot of Zerg players didn't know how to handle the double Marine pressure, but now it looks like they will be able to, as we can currently see Goody. Will he be setting up a refinery? That will be the question. I don't see a refinery just quite yet, and he may be going for a 13 barracks. So yes, it is going to be a double Rax pressure once more, as an SCV now coming in to get some damage onto this one drone here. That drone now finally being forced to pull off, as we are going into a refinery, so it is not going to be double pressure, but instead a more standard marine into tank play here on Shattered Temple. A drone, and now we'll be able to escape there as another SCV in order to move out and do some scouting. It looks as though a Marine will be trained up, upgrading to an orbital command. Refinery is in play, no supply depot just quite yet. SCV is going to quickly scout out this location, see no hatchery, and then move over off onto this side. The spawning pool still has a bit of time in order to be completed, as an SCV going to build up a supply depot here, finish off that wall in. And now I'm really curious as to what Goody's trying to go for. This early Marine moving out, it will just easily get eaten up by those Zerglings. Zerglings are very fast in the early portion of the game, especially on creep. Moving out with one Marine is not the best move at all. A drone out now with those gold minerals will be able to return all the way home, as an SCV trying to run away from the rest of those drones. It looks like Stephano will not be able to chase away that one SCV, and now a Marine being forced to pull back as well. An Overlord will be positioning itself over off into this position eventually, as we are now going into a factory. No refinery just quite yet. And we'll see what Stephano really tries to do off of this location. He is still power droning, getting a couple Zerglings more perhaps to just activate the Zelnaga watchtowers. He's not going to over-invest into Zerglings at any time soon, as he knows that Hellions may be coming out. He saw that there was that factory earlier, but Goody is still running off of one base so far. And we are now finally going into a starport, so we should perhaps be seeing... I can't actually make a guess at all until I see a second refinery. An early Banshee is possible, but only running off of one gas, it is very difficult to get Cloak, and without Cloak, the Queens are able to easily handle those Banshees. Even with the Queens have what, 175 hit points compared to 120, so 2 Queens, which is not too uncommon, can easily take down an unsuspecting or a defended hatchery, as the Hellion now finishing off that one Zergling there, and once again going to do a bit more scouting. A Spine Crawler is already in position. It looks like it is going to reroute itself. And will it be in time? The Hellion now doesn't know when that Spine Crawler will in fact be done. It is morphing or rooting, as it should say, not morphing down here. It is rooting in a position as a Hellion. Now just going to sit right there. It looks like we are going to be having a medevac drop of Hellions straight into the base, and this might work out well if it wasn't for the fact that Stephano already going into roaches. So those roaches are going to be able to easily deal with any medevac drop that will be coming in. But it looks like instead it is going to be it is going to be Marines and perhaps some Hellions moving out as well. So another Hellion will be able to come in, and it will be able to drop into this location here. Zergling should be, or the Hellion should be right behind it, as the medevac will be spotted. Down goes there, and now the Marines need to drop up onto the high ground. The Roaches may come in to engage as well, and now the Hellions are going to bring it up at the rear, and this is going to be a cover fire game here. The medevac, however, taking a lot of damage by those Queens, and that is going to be a bit of an issue as the Marines are now trying to push out. The SCV needs to be on auto repair. It is trying to repair the medevac, and it looks like it will be able to repair just enough. The Roaches are now engaging. The Marines need to be very careful. The medevac, accidentally picking up, and wow. That had to have been a misclick there. Accidentally picking up 3 Hellions into a low hit point medevac, only to get shot down. And there's the GG by Goody. So Goody unable to turn the tables. Normally a very, very effective strategy on Shattered Temple or Metalopolis, where you use Marines and and Hellions. The Marines get dropped first. The medevac heals the Marines. If Zerglings try to surround and swarm those Marines, the Hellions are there to back it up, but the Roaches were too much, and then the Queens coming in. Very, very nice creep spread, allowing this Queen to get into combat much earlier and shoot down that medevac, and there's the GG. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed this 3-game set between Stephano and Goody.